3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1. Happy New Year.
No, you record already. No, this is pointless. This is pointless.
Hello, and welcome to the Questicles holiday special, which is also the first episode of Questicles. I'm Jim, I'm the Dungeon Master today, and I am joined by Sam, Jake, Jordan, and Kyle. We're going to hear who their characters are soon. Let's get this show on the road.
I had a whole speech done, but alright.
Save it. Let's go. It is Crispmorn Eve in the city of Brunton in the cold northern region of North World. The citizens of Brunton are all aflutter as it is the eve of Crispmorn, as I said.
Hell yeah.
And they are excited to get home to their families.
You're not even going to try rhyming it.
To sleep before Saint John comes into their doors to provide presents for the children.
That's like a real
They are
saint.
excited to carve up the roast owl bear, or for the vegetarians, the roast dryad on the following day. But there are some people who are not happy that today is Crispmorn. 4 adventurers of the adventuring party, the Fearsome Four. Ooh, the Fearsome Four were a cruel group of adventurers. Fun and jollity knew no place in their hearts. They would take any penny they could from the poor souls who sought their help. And they would not even say thank you. On Crispmorn Eve, none of the Fearsome Four are looking forward to the Crispmorn day that follows. As they walk through the cold streets of Brunton towards their apartments at the Guild of Adventurers, they are met in the street by a young tiefling boy with a gammy leg named Small Paul, who tries to catch their attention, holding out a small metal cup in front of them. All right, my name's Small Paul. I'm hoping to raise some money for the local orphanage. I don't suppose you could spare a few coppers for the orphans?
Piss off, Small Paul, or it won't be only your leg that's gammy.
Oh, a most fun jape. Speaking of gammy, several of the orphans are very sick. You see, at the orphanage, there's an ooze in the corner, and they can't afford to deal with it. And now and then, one of the orphans gets too close and is absorbed.
We'll make you an ooze in the corner soon.
I don't follow, but I take that to mean you do not want to give us any money. To give them any money, I'm not an orphan. I just come from a broken home with one dad and no mum. But
why are you simping for the orphanage then?
Can I cast a 20-foot cube of fire around the orphan boy?
Oh, here we go.
Evolved quicker than I thought.
You can.
It's really deteriorated fast.
I'm cold and miserable.
The orphan says, I say, sir, thank you for warming me up. Were I not a tiefling of infernal heritage, I would be roaring in pain right now instead of just really, really hurting. Well, I take it you don't want to donate any money to the orphans, but before I leave, I want to
Hang on a minute. Can I just say something?
Yes?
You've just... Well, yes, that's what I wanted to do.
I'm going to move out of the cube of fire now, but carry on, I can still hear you.
Cool. Well, no, us three don't want to do anything. What about a fourth member of our party?
The biscuit man.
No, I think I'm fine. Thank
Yes.
you.
Sorry. I've only just noticed that he's the biscuit
Yes,
man.
I'm
Yeah.
the biscuit man.
The biscuit man.
Here,
A gingerbread man. Well,
The biscuit man.
here,
I
take a
don't mean
piece.
to cast
Just kidding.
on your hand, my family could have eaten for a week. But that's okay. I suppose the stories I've heard of the gingerbread humans being famously generous don't apply to you. But that's my fault for being racist. Good day,
Whoa.
sirs,
Yeah.
milady.
Yeah, and watch yourself for the racism from now on.
Was he wearing a Was he wearing a
Take your
fedora?
advice. No, he's wearing a little flat bill cap which he doffs to you and then goes off
Why would he say "milady"?
to Kyle's character, who is a lady.
Could you not tell by Carl's voice?
Now we've been introduced. Now we've been introduced to our character. Well, no, now we haven't. Now we've seen our characters. We're going to be introduced to them by the players, and so we are going to start with an introduction from Jordan of his character, Mickey Cardamom.
Hello, everyone.
Tell us about Mickey.
I'm Mickey Cardamom. I'm the gingerbread man. I'm made of gingerbread and magic. I'm a warlock, and my patron is the Archfey. My hair is frosted. My eyes are gumdrops. My skin is well done. And my height is not of note. To get to the next level, I need
Wait, so-
14,000 experience.
Yeah, you could be any height.
It's not.
So you could be like on
It
par
says
with
my
all of
size
us,
is medium.
or you could be tiny.
And my weight is hefty. But I like to think that I am a tiny gingerbread man like in Shrek.
Well, yeah, because
His height is not of note for a D&D party member. It might be of note for a gingerbread man, except in the world of Northworld, where the gingerbread humans are a proud race of people who are at the same height as humans, roughly, except they're made of gingerbread men. They're more
right.
flat.
So
than
we're
human.
not talking Shrek 2 finale sized.
No, not that big.
Sort of
no.
in the middle between the two.
Imagine if
do that?
Shrek, instead of turning into a human with the magic potion, turned into a gingerbread man
Then it'd
of
still be.
equivalent
Oh, right,
size.
okay.
So an ogre-shaped gingerbread.
Yes, he's
Okay.
Oh, sorry, an ogre-sized. Sorry, important distinction.
And another important thing about Mickey Cardamom is the party's chef. He
That's
is
right.
a talented chef, and he uses magic through his cookery to do battle. The Archfey helps him to create splendid dishes, and he's bitterly jealous of anyone who is a
And
better
I have
chef.
a River Cottage book of meat
That's the spell book he uses.
That's right.
River Cottage Book of Meat.
written by famous sorcerer Hugh Funley Livingstone.
Hugh Fainley.
Yeah. That's the Archfey.
So that's Mickey Cardamom, a greedy, greedy gingerbread man who cares about naught but money and cooking. Now let's move on to our next character. Jacqueline Froust, played by Kyle.
So my name is Jacqueline Froust. I'm a tiefling evoker. And I love dancing. I just love to dance. In fact, you know that what's that film? That terrible Zack Snyder film.
300.
Justice
Sleeping
League.
Beauty.
Justice
No,
League.
no, the
No.
other one.
Sucker
Batman
Punch.
Oh, what's it called? No, it's the one of
Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch.
So you know in Sucker Punch where the girl's like she closes her eyes and she goes into this fantasy world and she does all this combat and beats up giant robots or Nazis or Nazi robots. I'm kind of like that. Well, she's dancing in real life. That's the important distinction. So yeah, combat for me is like a dance, a beautiful dance where I slice people up. And
So it's the opposite. In real life, you're killing people. In your mind, you're just having a nice little dance.
Yeah, it's like Sucker Punch but switched around.
And importantly, Jacqueline is an ice mage, so she does battle with snow, ice, and water magic.
Yes, and I'm also quite well known in various places where I've done my dancing, and people recognise me for my skill. That's about it.
However, Jacqueline also struggles to form attachments. Most of her relationships are brief, and she does not bear good feelings towards many people at all. Even her party mates she would struggle to call friends. They're merely drinking buddies and colleagues. Next, we have Major Ursa, played by Jake.
Hello, I'm Major Ursa. Ursa's the first name. Major is my army rank. I'm a big bearkin, a polar bearkin. I'm a barbarian storm herald. I'm a Baptist apparently. We haven't got a weight listed. I assume that's because it's a bit of a touchy subject for him.
Husky.
Yeah, I'm pretty husky.
Lots of blubber.
He likes a pie now and then. I use the what's my storm, whatever you call it, trait thing, storm aura. That's what it's called. Is tundra. So I love me the snow. I like freezing water. I'm very quick to anger.
So, wait, when you say you like freezing water, like you like to freeze water, or you like water that is freezing?
I like to freeze water.
Okay. Are you partial to water that is freezing?
Fairly partial.
Okay. But you like to freeze water more.
Yeah, I wouldn't turn my snout up if you gave me some frozen water.
Well, in a way, aren't you freezing water in order to see water that is freezing?
What?
Cut that bit.
I basically hate everyone that's not in the party. Yeah, that's me, Big Bear.
And what about? Tell me a bit more about his personality. So he's quick to anger, but what happens when he gets in a bad mood?
I let everyone know and I drag them all down with me, bar humbug.
Yes, and he was a cruel. Yes, and I've said they were cruel many times. I cannot emphasize enough how cruel these four were. But Major Ursa's great flaw was that when he was angry, which was a lot, he made others angry too. Angry at him. And for him, Crispmorn was the worst time of year. All that frivolous joy for nothing and people giving stuff to each other that they don't deserve, it really riled him up. And the last member of the party was Buck Rudo, played today by Sam.
Hello. Okay. Howdy. I'm Buck Rudo. I gave up on the accent 2 seconds into it. I am a 65-year-old male with white scalp, grey fur. Yes, that's right, fur. Green eyes and Caucasian skin. I am a centaur with reindeer ass. Now, this could mean I get a lot of reindeer ass, or I have a reindeer ass.
It's a centaur, but half reindeer instead of half horse.
Cool. Because I was thinking like a baboon kind of like, but you know, just like. I'm a battlesmith, so I like to make things. I'm a creator, you know. I'm a content producer, and my background is that I'm an engineer. I have an engineering background. So you know, I used to like making kids happy by making them toys and stuff and crafting wonderful, amazing like things for them to play with. But over the years, I've just kind of given up and finding any joy in my craft. The only thing I really enjoy is making things now still, but not for any kind of, you know, positive reason to make toys which now bring pain instead of joy. Yeah, no, I'm always up for seeing great craftsmanship, but what really gets me going is when people are miserable from my creations.
Horny.
In case I'm horny, yeah. Well, I do have horns, right? Do I have horns?
Yeah, you have antlers.
Antlers. That's it. Yeah.
You look like Santa with antlers, but instead of legs, he has most of a reindeer.
What kind of messed up fever dream made you come up with this?
I just combined 2 Christmas-themed items, Santa and a reindeer, and made
Well,
them D&D-like.
Aren't centaurs like centaurs? That's good. Aren't centaurs like in mythology quite horny, right? Like they're pretty.
In Greek mythology, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Not as much as satyrs.
What, like, have I got these for you? That's satire. Okay, I'm just gonna end it there, but I just want to say one last thing. In terms of weapons, I've got a Glock 19 chambered in 9x9mm parabellum, NATO parabellum.
No, you don't.
I do. It's like a clockwork one, but I do.
Yeah, a Glock work.
And I hold it sideways. And I'm always, whenever I'm talking to someone, I'm holding it at them. So I'm always,
Yes.
I can't turn about pointing it at someone.
For none of the members of the fearsome four could be said to be happy in life. The saddest of them all was Buck Rudo. Any stranger who stared at Buck Rudo from across the bar would soon see that in that face were written years of sadness. It was a face that used
Is
to
that
be
my
happy
face tattoo?
and now was sad. The only person he saw as a companion was the automaton he created that he used to help him fight in battle. A 3-foot-tall nutcracker soldier named Boots. But Boots had no soul and was merely a robot. Buck Rudo no longer believed in the inherent goodness of people. He mistrusted all generosity he saw and believed that everyone was out to get him. So this party of 4, the fearsome 4, was the perfect party for him, as they were seldom generous to anyone, let alone their party mates. And so... Oh, and one more note. Jacqueline Froust is a tiefling. She has big horns on the top of her head through her blonde hair.
She's horny.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't done the most important part, though. We haven't rolled to see how attractive we are in relation to our...
That's a
Yeah,
good.
that's always
That is a
good
good.
sign.
Yeah, we should get
With any campaign.
the die rollers up. Okay, so let's start with... you sound like you've got a dice ready. Go on, Jake. You roll a d20. Let's see how attractive Major Ursa is.
It's a 10.
So
you guys
he's like...
real dice?
It's a perfect 10.
I would if I had any with me in over here.
Dice.
So Major Ursa his physique is impressive. He's very big. You can tell that he works out, but he's very
Whoa.
scarred. But he's always got this sort of grim expression on his face, so he never really looks particularly
He's got a
attractive.
major case of RBF, resting bareface.
Resting bareface, yes.
I just saw the gingerbread man. Just
We'll come to the gingerbread man's role at the end. Then. So Sam, tell us about Buck Rudo's. How Buck Rudo looks.
See, Buck Rudo, he's not ugly, but I think this, like, he's and just bar any kind of like alienness people see in kind of his physique and his anatomical structure. He's not unhandsome, but he's not handsome. He's very in the middle. Like, people will settle for him. Like, he's like a decent, like, 5, 6 out of 10.
He's not a silver. He got a 9.
So it's probably more like a 4.5
So
out of 10.
Yeah. If on a scale of 1 to 20, I would say I got a 9 on it.
He's not a silver fox in his later years, and people thought if he just smile a bit, he might seem a bit more.
Wait, so he's a fox now as well?
Oh, the furries will love this.
We need to stop pandering to the furries.
Carl, would you like to roll for
Yeah. So Jacqueline Froust.
pandering?
Jacqueline Froust is a 9. Okay.
Again, we're a very middle of the road party. So, Jacqueline Froust, her horns are intimidating to men, as is her strong, independent nature,
Men hate
But-
strong, independent women.
especially in a faux medieval fantasy world.
Like Lancaster.
Where?
But she's a bit plain. 9 out of 20. And then the last member of the party, Mickey Cardamom, the gingerbread human.
He's gorgeous.
He's absolutely. It's a 20 out of 20.
He looks like an anime villain.
Describe what the world's fittest gingerbread man looks like, Jordan.
He's got long flowing gold hair. A gorgeous face.
Hundreds and thousands, 5 o'clock
He
shadow.
looks like an anime villain.
But how is that manifest in gingerbread?
I don't know. Just the gingerbread man with a very detailed, very
Well chiseled
well-chiseled
body, I suppose.
face, body.
Not too much icing. Left in the oven for just the right amount of time.
I suppose his smell has got something to do with it as well, right?
The smell. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he managed to maintain the smell because he's a chef. He's he knows about fragrances and he's kept himself smelling like he's just come out of the oven for all the time. If only he weren't so horrible to everyone he ever met and believed that anyone who was flirting with him was actually just trying to get something and had an ulterior motive. Okay, so there we have I can't say heroes. We have the protagonists of our story today. And after their encounter with little small Paul,
That's
The
a guy.
group
That's a
continue.
character from the IT crowd, by the way.
I feel like Small Paul is the name of a meek character in a lot of things.
yeah,
Great.
it's
So it's
small
only took
Paul.
us
It's-
half an hour before we bring Graham Linehan into this. Thanks.
Small Paul is also a character in Game of Thrones as well.
That's
a
what
very
I was
minor one.
thinking.
Yeah, but they also have a character called Hot Pie.
But this small Paul is, as I said, a small tiefling child with a gammy leg.
Gammon leg.
Well, he was a bit racist.
Oh, right, good. I'm glad I tried setting him on fire then.
I think we should go beat up the racist.
Yeah, I think it's only
Yeah,
right.
let's go be up the racist.
Let's find this gammy leg guy and con him.
You want to find
Can I just
Small
shoot him in the
Paul
head
now.
with my Glock 19, please?
because he's been very naughty.
Racism
Skip
is
the
naughty.
coal.
Can I craft a coal bullet, please, and load it into the magazine?
Yeah, roll me d20 with your plus your proficiency bonus because you can use your Tinker's tools, which you're proficient in.
I got 11. How's my coal bullet go?
It won't fly very far, but it'll fire.
Okay, can I just like do a contact shot?
You mean
If we
like,
find him,
put
if we
it to
find
his head?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you can still see small Paul walking off into the distance. So you decide not to go back to your apartment to settle down for the night and to follow small Paul.
Is he hobbling?
Yeah,
Let's get him, boys.
he hobbles and goes oof, oof, oof with every walk, and he walks up to occasional people who walk past in outfits and say, "Good day, sir. Good day, my lady. I'm collecting money for the orphans." And he explains the story with the ooze again, and he says that, "Did you know that every minute a child loses a finger or other body part to an ooze in this orphanage, just in this city? "Thank you so much, sir," and they take money. They all take such pity on Small Paul. They really want. He's a good spokesperson for the Donate to the Orphanage charity.
I have a theory that he's actually like a demigod or something. And he's going to come back and, you know, bring some kind of karmic kind of comeuppance on us. So I think we should take care of him now.
Does Small Paul have like any ooze-like qualities to him?
Well, his leg's dripping a bit.
Maybe he's
But-
the you.
Ah!
Dripping
that's
with
pus.
pus or what?
Yeah. Yeah, dripping with pus.
Oh, he's just dripping pus everywhere.
Well, when he needs to reapply, he hasn't had time to reapply his his ointment after Buck Rudo melted it in the fire.
Very
So-
inconsiderate of him.
He's still stopping to talk to a lot of people passing by.
Wait, so
Sorry.
did Sam shoot him?
No, he made a big cube of fire in his area, but because it was a tiefling child, it didn't burn.
No,
it didn't
but
burn
I
like,
thought
him.
Sam rolled to shoot him.
yeah, I want to shoot him.
Oh, but you haven't yet, right?
Well, yeah, I want to try
Did you
and.
say you were following him to his home, or did I make that up?
I think you made that up, but I just want to ensure that the bullet hits. Also, I also want to say Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. And
Okay, well, so currently he's ahead of you talking to people in the street. It would be
Well-
murder to shoot a child out in the street, and none of you are considered murderers.
Yet.
Yet,
So,
Wait,
I mean,
on
I don't
that.
know if you want to kill. I don't know if you want to kill this 8-year-old boy.
hey, I
In
don't
the street.
know if I am gonna kill him. Last time I tried to kill him, it didn't work. So maybe we'll
tried to kill him.
So yeah,
Right.
so are you going to wait till he gets home?
gang. What are we doing?
Let's
Is
wait
there like
outside
a
his house.
is there like a secluded back alley or anything he needs to pass through to get home?
You don't know where he lives.
Are we in like alleyways now, or are we just in like?
You're in like
well,
the main street. There are still market sellers selling
surely,
chestnuts on an open fire.
surely the trail of pus would be leading us back to the orphanage, right?
So
Yeah.
you can see him.
Yeah, but can we
Well, he
follow
wasn't-
his pus to
he
follow
wasn't-
his way back from
he
where he
wasn't-
came to where
He
he met us?
he wasn't leaking a trail of pus until your fire melted the ointment on his leg.
Come on.
Okay. I would like to approach Small Paul.
Okay,
Um,
so
Can I see any secluded alleyways nearby?
yeah, there are a few off the beaten path. You can see a
Oh,
few.
Do you reckon?
You can see a few geezers roughing some people up.
Would my bag of holding, which is roughly 2 feet in diameter and 4 feet deep, be able to bag a small orphan boy with a gammy leg?
How deep is it? 2 feet deep.
4 feet deep.
4 feet deep and 2 feet wide.
That's a big bag.
Yeah, Small Paul is pretty small. You could fit him in there.
Right.
I would like
So
to approach
Jake's-
Small
yeah,
Paul.
So Jake approaches Small Paul.
Can
He's
I-
just
can I
talking. He's just
Approach him with Jake, please.
okay. So Small Paul is just doffing his cap to a blacksmith and a fishmonger who've just given him some coins.
Ooh.
And he says, "Hello again, sirs. Have you reconsidered donating to the orphanage? Please don't set
Yeah.
me aflame again."
In fact, we have. We fought on it, and we've actually got something for you if you'd like to follow us.
Yes.
Huzzah! Merry Crispmorn to you, and to all a good night. Where is this thing that you want to give me?
Oh, just come with us. And then
Hey.
start leading me into an alleyway that no one's in.
Major Ursa, should we put him in a bag or?
We'll put him in the bag once we get to the alleyway.
Okay.
So
We'll bag him in the
Small
alley.
Paul is.
You should have that conversation in front of him.
What was that? I don't hear too well on account of my tinnitus. My tiny tinnitus.
What happened to such Small Paul? Doesn't make him have tinnitus.
Yeah, while we
like
walk to the
Gammy
alley, can I ask for Small Paul's backstory? Ask how he...
It is a sad tale, I'm afraid, but surely not so sad as the lives of the orphans. So, 8
did you say?
years
Wait,
ago,
I did not sell us the lives of ours. Did you say
Yeah,
that?
he said that. He
as,
said,
as the lives of the
Oh.
orphans.
Is he disrespecting us?
No, not at all, not at all. It was a sad tale. 8 years ago, I was born.
"Oh,
And
Were you an
left,
accident,
that's
small Paul?
left on my father's doorstep. I never knew my mother. My papa, a man by the name of Jeff Snatchit.
So your name is
Oh,
Small Paul Snatchit?
Yes, it is. That's my full name. The small is not on my birth certificate. My father was optimistic.
Chicken nugget all over my dad's.
Wait, you have a birth certificate?
I do.
Surely a state which has. Actually, no, ignore me. Ignore me.
Oh, Paul Snatch it.
That's my name.
Hey, small Paul, snatch it. Yeah.
And you can meet if you like. You can meet my brothers and sisters. Big Betty Snatchit. Medium Fanny Snatchit. Long Rod Snatchit. And
Maybe-
Alan.
When
He's
you don't know
adopted.
your mother, how did you have so many brothers and sisters?
Were you all left on the doorstep sequentially?
No, no, no. They were with my husband. They were with my
Your
father's-
husband!
My father's first wife.
You're an 8-year-old boy.
My father's first wife. He married her and Ayagella. They were very, very happy, and they had, what did I say, 4 children?
you said
might
like
want to-
10.
Medium Fanny Snatch it.
Yeah, medium Fanny.
Long Rod Snatch it.
Alan.
Big Betty Snatch it. And then
Alan.
Alan, who was
Small Paul
adopted.
Snatch it. And Alan.
Yes, yes, yes. Let me write that down for you. Though you have a very good memory.
Right. Okay.
Don't worry, I won't be forgetting them anytime soon.
Tell us about your husband.
Not husband. I misspoke. My father. Yes, he was married before, but sadly, quite sadly, she died in a dragon-related accident.
There's something going on with this.
Drag race then.
And then, but then my father, in his grief, met another
Snatchits,
woman who he
start
said,
your engines.
a woman,
Died in the drag race.
a tiefling woman, he said, was very beautiful and loved me very much,
What was her name?
and surely had a good reason for leaving me on my father's doorstep.
I'm a tiefling woman.
Milady.
Is this your son?
Wait, hang on a second. It does. Hang on a second. My I've just remembered something about my backstory. I actually once I once had a child with a man, and then
Oh
I didn't
Did you have?
want it,
Did you?
so I left it on his
Did you have 4
doorstep.
more?
Oh, what a sad story. It must be a common occurrence in this town.
Yeah,
Wait, is
what a
that-
coincidence.
Is that part of the actual? Was that given to you?
It's written in the fucking sheet.
How many years ago? How many years ago was it that you left this child on the doorstep?
8.
8 years ago. Ah, your child and mine have much in common. I would very much like to
Your
meet him and
child.
bond over
Your
our
child
similar-
and mine.
Quick
you have
book,
a child.
bag him.
your child and me have much in common. I would very much like to.
Right, let's bag him.
Paul's my
Quick,
son.
quick, bag
Can I
him.
bag him, please?
So you okay? Make a dexterity check
So your mother snatched
to
it.
bag small Paul.
Do we get advantage or anything?
Yeah, we should get advantage because you distracted him with his.
Yeah,
naked.
sure.
Good. Well, 14 and 14.
Yes, and he says, "Truly, mine is a sad life, and oh, you appear to have dropped your bag upon my head, sir."
Whoops.
Quick, tie in it, tie in it.
I'm trying to bag. Bagged him.
This ba-
Easy.
Wow.
Be easy with him. I think he might be my son.
I've got plans for small Paul.
This Hessian sack is bigger than my entire house. Oh,
Right, I've got a plan for small paw, guys.
he now can't
What?
hear you inside
Where's
the
the
bag.
nearest river?
Okay, good. Can we hear him?
If you put your ear to the nozzle, you can hear
Nozzle.
to the
Okay,
top
good.
of the bag. The nozzle, yeah, the nozzle at the top of the,
He's
the
got
bag.
water out of
Can I
it.
can I
Right,
make him?
guys.
Can I make a
I-
quick toy for him? By the way,
Hang on,
Just
well
like one of those-
let's see what Jake's doing first.
So I've got a plan for small paw, guys. I think, what small paw wants most of all is to help the orphans. Orphans, they're starving right now, and I think they could do with a nice meal.
Jesus,
Oh God.
Jesus Christ! Major. Why didn't I not think of that sooner?
I mean,
Oh.
I think in order to make a proper decision about what to do here, we need to visit Small Paul's house, check out this family situation, and then come to a rational conclusion.
Wait,
about
Buck,
whether
can
or
you just
not
reach in the
we-
bag and pluck one of small paw's hairs? We're going
Sure.
to do a DNA test.
Sure. Yeah.
Did you see-
Wait,
I don't have any moral objection to feeding this small disabled boy.
You
to a
just said
series
he
of
was your
orphans.
son.
However, if he's my son, then
Ugh.
I might think about not doing
So
it.
you don't have any issue feeding a child to other children, but suddenly that child's your son, and you're
We're
like,
chaotic
I'm not
evil.
sure about
This
that.
is just how it works.
Yes, but if he's my blood relative, then I'd at least have to ponder it.
Then only you're allowed to eat your blood.
In polar bear kin culture, eating your children is pretty common, especially when it's very
I need
cold.
to,
winter.
I need to
Yeah,
go
I'm doing
see
the
this,
orphans a
what's
great
his name?
service.
Is it Robert Snatchit? What was the dad's name?
Bob Snatchit, what a ridiculous
Jeff
name! It's
Snatchit.
Jeff Snatchit.
Jeff Snatchit. I need to see this Jeff Snatchit fella and see if I remember him from 8 years ago.
So you
Well,
can
8 years
you
and 9
can
months specifically.
roll me history. Roll me a history check to see how well you remember the house you left the boy at when you were quite
Okay. I got a 15.
15. Yeah, you can remember just about. You also spent
Okay,
several
yeah.
nights there
I-
9 months before.
So I think I remember the way to the house that I left the baby on. If we go to the house and it's Small Paul's house, then then we'll see what happens next.
Okay.
I just want to say that I'm not going to be. If it's not, I'm not cooking small Paul. I don't want to feed orphans.
So you want to eat?
I don't want to eat them either. I just don't want the orphans to have them.
I'll give my hand at cooking when it comes to small paw.
Isn't he immune to fire?
Would I be able to craft a little fidget box, little toy, with
Well,
lots
fidget
Fidget cube. A fidget cube.
yeah, a fidget cube with lots
Yes.
of like sharp edges that small Paul
What?
could cut himself on.
Okay, so you want to
You want to kill himself?
You want to make it
No,
effective
no, no, no,
cube.
no, 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 no. It's it's a little. It's not comfortable.
It's like a
to
sword
hold.
trap.
A little bit, yeah, like a friendly little sword, like a friendlier saw trap,
Like
but,
a
smaller.
Poundland fidget cube.
Yeah, a Poundland fidget cube, but with a little bit more razor blade in there.
Okay, make me a it'd just be so you're just proficient with your Tinker's kit. So add your intelligence and your proficiency bonus to a D20 to roll to craft. What are you what are you making it out of?
A bit of garbage I found on the floor. No, I'm gonna use Small Paul's little tin can that he had to hold his cup out.
Oh, do you want the change that was left in it?
No,
Yeah,
I'll take
but
it.
yeah.
I'll take it. No,
No,
it's
it's
mine.
too late.
You should have bagged
Buck
it if you wanted it.
Buck Rudo gains 2 gold pieces.
Can I punch Buck Rudo in the
That's what
face?
he totals.
2 gold,
That's
bloody hell!
what
He was
he-
raking
yeah, he's
it in
giving
for the
2
orphanage.
gold.
People are very generous on
Little
Crispmorn Eve,
scam.
especially when they think it's
Can
going to
I-
help, especially when it's meant to be helping orphans.
No, you can't pickpocket me.
Buck Rudo in the head.
What did you
I'm going
say?
to punch him in the face.
So you wanna steal the change from
Yeah.
Buck Rudo. Well, first Buck Rudo, you successfully craft. You put the change in your pocket and then successfully, very quickly, craft a fidget cube out of the can, and you chuck it through the top of the bag, the nozzle, if you were, and you put your ear to the top to hear Small Paul say, "Oh, I say, so it is a Crispmorn gift for me. What is this little device? Ow! Huh! This toy is a wonderment of surprises. Ow! 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 I must be doing it wrong. I'm sure I can spend a long time solving this mystery.
Excellent.
After that, I can solve the mystery of why I'm in this sack." Okay, so Mickey Cardamom, you want to punch Buck Rudo in the face. Bear in mind, Buck Rudo is, I gave his full height. He's 18 hands, which is the height of a tall Shire horse. 18 hands
I want to do
tall,
it from
so he's
behind
very
when he's
big.
not
Is that
expecting
what they
it.
measure horses with? Hands?
How can you punch someone in the face from
The
behind?
head.
Okay. So you're going to need to jump with this. So let's make this an acrobatics
Uh-oh.
check.
That's not good. That isn't great. Oh, no. 7.
You attempt to jump and you slip on the ice. Ooh! And one of your gumdrop buttons freezes hard against the ice. And it goes all solid. Have you ever put an ice cube in your belly button?
No. I don't think I've done
It
that.
feels like
Are
that.
you asking for real? Or...
Why have you put an ice an ice cube in your
I'm
belly
not
button?
certain I've done that.
I can imagine what it feels like to have your gumdrop buttons freeze hard. Oh, that was a horrible phrase. But anyway, your middle
So you-
gum
so you've
button
never
is
done
frozen
that.
solid.
You haven't lied on your back, shirtless on the sofa with an ice cube in your belly button. But you can imagine what it feels like.
Yeah. Much
Yeah,
like when
okay.
you put an ice cube in your mouth.
Oh yeah, guys. Neither have I.
I'm not doing it right now. I can imagine what it must be like to do it right now, but
So anyway, Mickey Cardamom
Can I-
take 1 damage because your gumdrop is frozen solid.
Ow.
and Jordan, before you adjust the damage on your sheet, can I retaliate by biting a big chunk out of Mickey
What do
Cotton's
you
body,
mean
please?
retaliate? I didn't hit you, I just slipped over.
Okay, make me a unarmed strike.
Over. Who's holding Small Paul at the minute?
Yeah, he's holding out
Okay.
Small Paul in a sack, like over his
Right.
shoulder.
+5
Like
to hit.
Santa.
So.
+5 to hit, yep.
Santa's got +5 to hit.
No, he has a lot higher.
8 to hit.
You attempt to take a bite. In fact, roll with advantage because he's prone, so roll again. All right. Oh, this one. Yeah, okay. You attempt to take a bite out of him, but because you're so high up and he's so low, lying flat on the ground, you just can't reach, and your antlers bang into the ground, and you can't.
Ow.
Do
Your
they get
antlers
stuck
are
in the
sort of
ice?
stopping you getting down to ground level. So you're trying to bite, but you can't reach,
Damn it.
giving him the time to get up. Are you guys going to keep fighting,
Yes.
or
Let's go.
I know, I'm not. It wasn't really a fight. It was more just like
so? Are you going to?
disagreement.
Are you going to the Snatch It household now?
Yeah, we're going to
Yes.
Snatch It house.
Yeah.
Okay, so you head to. Well, sorry, you're going to. Yeah, so you head to the house where.
Snatch it.
You head to the house where Jacqueline Frous left the baby 8 years ago. Who's going to knock on the door? It's a very.
So it is the
it's
house,
a very
then?
small shack. You find it hard to believe that if this is the house that Small Paul lives at, you find it hard to believe that 5 children and a father all live in this house together. For it is so small and so run down.
I mean,
You could.
Small Paul did say that his house was smaller than the sack that we captured him in.
Well, it's a bag of holding. That says more about the bag than it does about the
So
house.
it's smaller than 4 feet deep and 2 feet wide.
No, so the bag of holding is much bigger on the inside.
Okay.
Right. I'd like to knock.
Okay, you knock on the door. It's like that. And the door is opened by a girl of about 15 years old. She's wearing an apron covered in sort of old food and grime, and her hair is very messy, and there's coal on her face.
What's your name?
She says, hello, my name's Big Betty.
You look big to me.
Betty.
Well-
so this is the place.
She says, well, I'm big compared to the rest of my family. She's like an
Why?
average.
How big are they?
Well, she's the average height for a girl of her age.
So they all
Do
must
we
be
all have
tiny.
bags of holding, or is Buck?
Only Buck.
Oh,
I think you've
so
all
we
got
can't
at
bag
least.
'em all
You've
up.
all got at least one.
You bag Betty up as well.
Bag Big
You
Betty.
could bag a whole family.
You've all got at least one magic item.
Wait, where's my magic item on my sheet?
I believe my magic item is my gloves of swimming and
magic.
climbing.
Yeah. I think you might have another one too. The magic sword or something. Oh no, the magic
Oh,
hammer.
yeah, my war pick.
She says, "Well, I mean, I'm big compared to the rest of my family. Can I help you? I'm kind of in the middle of dinner and lighting the fire and tending to my brother Alan's illness. He's very ill, you see."
I'd like to pull out
Alan's
my major insignia and just say I'm with the army. We're here to do a routine inspection.
What? Do you mean the police? Why would the army?
Yeah,
Why would the army want to inspect our house?
It's for Alan.
Alan?
We're,
Yes, we're here to fix him.
Wait, are you the army or are you the police or are you a doctor?
It's at the medical division at the army.
yes, I'm an
Medical
army
We're with the
doctor.
chefs union.
We're field medics.
Field chefs.
I'm
Northfield Air Force reporting for duty.
I'm sorry.
We're field medics apart from him. He's the chef.
I'm sorry. We didn't call any doctor or army or the police.
You called a
We
chef.
can't afford.
I know we weren't.
Can't afford medical treatment. I'm afraid.
Don't you worry. It's not.
free.
It's
Free. It's the Northfield
It's part
Health
of a new
Service.
initiative set up.
Yes, the NWS.
Oh, the NWO.
My father told me that anyone who comes to your doorstep saying they're offering brilliant things for free is probably lying, unless they left you a
Just go
baby.
Get your father. Get your father.
Okay. Papa, there's some strange men at the door and a woman who is also strange. And he says, "I'll be down in a minute." You just see from someone a man climb down a ladder right next to the door. He's wearing a sort of brown suit, but it's very worn. Like it's all been patched up several times.
Do I recognize him? Do I remember?
He looks more haggard than 8 years ago, but yes, this is
The small ball is indeed your son.
child you bore.
Let's
And
kick
he
him and see
sees-
if you remember that.
And he climbs down the ladder, and he says, "Thank you, Betty. You go back to tend to the stove." And he opens the door and he says, "All right, Howard." And he looks at
All
you.
right.
He sees he looks at you in the
Can we-
eyes.
Can we start caroling?
He sees Jacqueline in the eyes, and he says, he looks like he's about to say something, and then he stops and says, "What can I do for you for?"
Can I slam my war pick into his face?
Can I point at him and go and say to her, "You fucked this guy"?
Do I need to roll initiative here? It sounds like I might need to roll initiative. So
I
Sam wants
don't
to
want-
sing carols. Jake wants to smash him with a war pick.
I want to stop Major Ursa from.
No, I won't. I won't.
smashing
I won't.
Okay, I'm not going to hit him with a war pick. Okay.
him.
I'm just imagining it like that bit in Game of Thrones where that character has that hammer and slams that guy in the face with it.
We want to say inspection. We're from the army.
It's part of a new initiative. We're going round to see who needs healing for Christmas. We want everyone to be well over Christmas. What's it called?
Morn.
Crispmorn.
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 This is like an awful version of that bit in Love Actually when you Grant's going door to door.
We've just got cue cards.
He says, "Right, well, I'm not sure. I've lived in this city all my life, and I'm not sure that people just turn up on your door and say that they'll help anyone who's sick. Last I heard, you had to pay
Just
something.
It's
A
for
lot.
Crispmorn.
Just put all
Yeah,
It's a new
Special
initiative.
free Christmas.
put all your
gift.
sick relatives in the sack. Can we open up the sack and show him?
Oh, because it'll.
Oh,
No, don't do that.
I'm not falling for that.
Take a
That's
look
what
in the
happened to my
sack,
uncle.
and we'll show you all your sick relatives will be cured.
No, I'm sorry. I don't want no part of whatever scam you're pulling.
Well, we're
Show your
taking it.
insignia.
Yeah, show you Caesar like a like a badge, or something,
So Major
like a 10-year-old who has a police badge.
Major Ursa has a badge from when he was a major. So that's what it's doing.
Go on. If you're good, then my friend here will baptize you.
We're also taking.
I am also a
census as
Baptist,
well.
yes.
Where's all your children?
My children. Well, there's Big Betty's tending the stove and the fire over there. Alan's upstairs in bed, taken ill.
Where's Small Paul?
What's she
Small-
cooking on the stove?
Small Paul. Oh, bless his heart, Small Paul. Oh, what did I ever do to deserve a child so kind as Small Paul? The poor lad. He was born with a gammy leg and tinnitus.
I was drinking pretty heavily back in those days.
But despite everything, he devotes his days to making money for those at the orphanage. Never a kinder boy ever there was. Oh, so that's where he is now, taking donations for the children at the orphanage, looking to speak to people in the streets to broaden his horizons. He's a bit worried that he doesn't know other people.
Why does he
well
hang
enough.
around the orphanage so much
I've
if
got a question.
he has a home here already?
Sounds a bit suspicious.
Because the only children more unfortunate than poor him are those at the orphanage. Did you hear about?
I heard about the news.
No, yeah, we've heard about the news. Forget about the news for a second. Has Small Paul ever exhibited any symptoms of racism?
Yeah, we forgot about this.
He's looking to get to know people better. He's the only experience he gets of a lot of different kinds of people are what he reads in his books. And we don't have.
Yeah,
a lot
he's
of-
why
Why are you buying him those books?
You seem to think very highly of him.
Well, I
What's your
can't.
opinion on book
Yeah,
here?
what do you think of me?
Yeah, can we see some of these books?
How about this book
Yes.
right here?
And it says, oh, okay. Well, there's books on a shelf next to the door, so he gets. Well, there's this one, the gingerbread man.
Oh, that's.
It's about a gingerbread man
Can I snatch that book? from
steals
him?
something and runs away very fast
me.
and says, "No, you can't catch me." But then he gives it all back.
What?
See the
That's not allowed.
yes, it's a prank, and he's actually a very generous gingerbread man. So, I mean, as I'm sure you're aware, in fairy tales for children, gingerbread men do have a reputation of being generous, and maybe that's a bit of a racist assumption, but that's the media that children are consuming. I'm trying to set him
Oh,
correct,
Right.
but I haven't met a lot of gingerbread humans myself. But tell me, sir, are you generous?
Yeah.
He's the most
I'm
generous
really
man I know.
generous. You should let me in your house so I can have a look at all your money.
Well, gingerbread men are.
I need to clean your money. That's it. I'm offering a money cleaning service. Your money is filthy.
It's a new initiative.
Your money is filthy.
We're in the medical cooking division of the army that cleans
It's
money.
filthy.
Well, gingerbread men are. Gingerbread men
Yeah,
are.
get your money out. Get your money out. Look, filthy. This is filthy money.
Well, if I had some money to clean, I would give it to you.
Here,
But I'm
give me the
afraid
sack. Give me the
I.
sack. Just put anything that needs
I'm
cleaning
afraid-
in this sack here.
Can I toss in my dirtiest gold piece?
Put anything that needs
Are
cleaning
you
in
tossing it to death or to...
this sack. Can I open
Are you
the
tossing
the sack up?
Hang on, no, the sack is with Buck Rudo.
Can I punch Buckrudo in the head again?
No, I'm
No.
the leader of
No.
the sack.
Okay.
Also, I kind of feel like after this
He
whole
says,
origin story of Small Paul, I kind of feel like
I have
I'm
9.
reaching my character's emotional reprieve quite early on. So I almost kind of want to let him out though. So
Then you hear an ow, ow from in the sack, and then Jeff Snatchett says, "Oh, what's in the?
Can I say?
What's
Hey,
in
I
the
Can I
sack?"
say shut up?
You had
You had your-
Can I say?
You had your chance.
Can I say shut up, Small Paul? Wait.
yeah, and pass it off as a
Are you
joke.
actually saying that?
Yeah, then we all just go, ah.
Sorry. Our
Um,
Got you.
I reach for my war pick.
I'm sorry, gentlemen and lady.
south.
I wish
Time
you
for plan
a,
B.
Our pet mouse
I
is
wish
also
you
called
I
Small
wish
Paul
you a
Hat Snatcher.
truly jolly Crispmorn. Please go away. He slams the door shut, and you hear it lock. And then you hear
I'm going to,
you hear the sound of
back
a
up.
wardrobe being pushed along the floor in front of them.
But it's just let
I'm going to back up and then shredding rush the door.
Why are we terrorizing this family?
I'm just going to rush on all
Why are we
fours and
doing
shoulder
this?
charge to the door.
Okay, go on then. Make me a. Let's just call it an attack roll.
as I'm not chaotic evil, I'm just going to step back and keep far away from this.
Well, I didn't strength
I
and
think
provision.
we didn't actually share. Or we didn't actually share alignments.
Yeah,
did we? Let's
I'm
go-
lawful.
I'm neutral
before we do
evil.
Lawful evil.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
You're definitely not.
He is. Yeah. So Mickey Cardamom is neutral evil. Buck Rudo is lawful evil. What's Jake? What's Major Ursa?
Chaotic evil.
Yeah, and Kyle. What's Jack?
Jacqueline Froust is chaotic evil
There you
as
go.
well.
Okay.
I'm
So,
surprised you didn't give Kyle like a lawful good character.
well, after this finishes, I'll tell you my original plan, which was very different. I'll tell you this: we have got nowhere near my current plan.
Really? You didn't
Well,
plan all that?
I assume step one was you wanted us to go deal with the use.
Ignore the use.
No, I expected you. You're all
Very
evil.
clear plot device.
I didn't expect you to want to go deal with the ooze in the orphanage. After I said how cruel you were so many times.
We haven't achieved anything that was originally planned.
So we can resolve this narrative in the next hour and a half.
This is the small Paul arc.
We're only in the first stave.
This is only happening because he said gingerbread men were generous. If he hadn't have said that, none of this would have happened.
He said, yeah, gingerbread humans have a reputation for being generous.
Well, still counts as racism.
He thanked you for enlightening him in his prejudices, though.
Yeah, but I didn't like his tone.
Upbeat.
Kind of tone where it sounds like he really has no desire to make an attempt to change, but he's going to thank you for bringing it up.
You've just heard, yeah, but now you've heard from Jeff Cratchit that he's keen to broaden his horizons.
Yeah, but we're committed to this now.
All right, okay, so we're back in. Jake, what have you rolled on your attack roll?
That is a 25 to hit.
You charge and just with you bare your claws and slash with two slashes you smash through the door. It's not made. Excuse me. It's not particularly strong. You slash through it, knock over the cupboard, which is really just sort of like a few old pieces of a chair and an old bed stuck together, along with some ham bones to make a sort of vague idea of a shelf, of a wardrobe, rather. You smash it open.
Are we piling in?
I'm going to sit this
Dunno.
out.
I need to go in and see how this is going to play out.
And what about you, Sam?
Can I cast Alter Self, please? Change my appearance to that of Small Paul.
Not now. You
Okay.
can't. Maybe you could have done
I'll
it
just
before.
follow the party in. I'll just start looting stuff.
Alter Self doesn't let you change your size. And remember, I said you were like a large Shire horse, and Small Paul was small
We'd have
enough.
to pretend you'd had a growth spurt.
Well, you'd have a lot of empty, sort of invisible mass around you because
Yeah,
you can't
true.
change your
You
actual
just change your
size.
height, though, I think. Your basic shape stays the same. Okay.
Oh, right. So you'd be like Small Paul, elongated to look like a reindeer. It'd be hideous. Okay, so Jake charges through the door, smashing it, and you see you see Jeff Snatcher is cradling Alan over his shoulder, carrying down the ladder, and he's saying to Big Betty, "Betty, go! We need to go. Get your brother and your sister. We need to leave now.
Oh my
no,
God.
Quick, out
I
the
cave his head in with the ice pick, with the war pick.
out the escape route." And Betty says, "What escape route? You know, the back wall, the one that's not there anymore after it fell down." Oh,
Oh,
okay.
By the way,
We need to go and then roll to roll. Make the attack roll, Jake.
no, Jake, don't do this.
Oh no,
Um,
it's horrible.
chaotic evil, guys.
You know how in
I want to make an attack as well, if possible.
you know how
I would also like to be raging at this point.
okay. You know how in A Christmas Carol, right? Scrooge is like he's not a nice guy. He's mean to people. He hates people being happy. He doesn't appreciate people enough. But he's not evil. he wouldn't shove Tiny Tim in a sack or smash Bob Cratchit in the face with a hammer.
Yeah, whereas we're evil. That is a 10 to hit.
You miss narrowly and hit Alan instead on the back.
Oh,
Alan goes,
Alan.
Oh, you hit Alan.
I'm rolling damage for Alan.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That is 11 piercing damage and 6
that's
thunder
powerful.
damage.
You smack him in the back, and he briefly says, "I can't feel my
Oh
spine."
my
And then
God.
wait, I can feel it again. The
God.
electricity has cured it. Oh, it
my
hurts
God.
so much.
Jesus Christ!
See, I told you I was here to fix you.
I want to cast Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost at who?
So can I cast it at both of them?
Leave him alone! Oh my God!
Should we stop this? Should we,
This is just gonna slow them down.
Centaur Man? Should we stop this?
Yeah, should we just
Can we counterattack?
No, but I don't want to stop it. I just don't want to be around when I just don't. I don't know. I kind of.
Don't worry. I'm not gonna kill him. I just want to talk to him more. I need to stop. him
Gingerbread
from
Man,
running
should
away
we
and freeze him.
can we speak to
I think we should at least stop the Bear Man because he's definitely gonna kill any of them.
I told, yeah, we did say in his backstory that Major Ursa always brings the
Can we
mood down.
can we hold him back, please? Can we try and hold him back?
Yeah, make a strength check, Mickey Cardamom and Buck.
Wait, I might use a spell. Hold on.
Meanwhile, Kyle, make a roll for Jack.
Can I use?
Ray of Frost to
Can
slow
I
him
use
down.
the cantrip? Can I use the cantrip encode thoughts to make Major Ursa think that Jeff Snatchit is his son?
I don't think that's what. I think doesn't encode thoughts literally
Make
like
physical.
you make
phys-
you make your thoughts physical in text. It's like a label maker for your thoughts.
So you just make that.
So I think that was
Oh, damn.
it would take more than that
13 to hit for Ray of Frost.
to. And does that do some damage and slow them down?
It does some damage and it slows them down by 10.
Okay. You hear Jeff Snatchett say, "Oh, so roll damage first."
2d8.
Wait, sorry, another +2 damage to Alan because I was raging. So 19.
Oh right,
total.
okay.
That's 10 cold damage to them, and they've lost 10 feet of speed.
Okay. You hear Alan say, "Papa, I'm so cold, Papa. I was
Jesus.
cold before, but now I feel colder than I've ever been before, Papa. Everything's going dark, Papa." And Jeff says, he's trying to move against cold. I know it's cold, Alan. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna get out of here. Run, Betty, run! And Betty is
Where's Medium Fanny?
Betty is carrying medium Fanny on her back like a piggyback, and on medium Fanny's back is, lumbering around is a man who's a boy, a sort of 10-year-old boy who's just stick thin but really tall. He bangs his head against the ceiling and goes, "Ow, what's happening?" And he's like, "Long Rod, we need to go," says Betty. And you see them running out the back door to escape.
Quick, get him!
Yeah, quick. What's his name?
No.
Mickey Cardamom. Go around the back and get them.
So
I draw the line at this.
Jordan, here we go.
Got a
you
five.
don't stand a chance. He is Major Ursa is by far the strongest member of the party.
Fuck's sake.
You guys can't hold him back at all. Jake, is there anything else you want to do now? You've smacked Small Paul with a... Sorry, you've smacked Alan with your legendary war pick and pierced him and lightninged him, and then he's been chilled by Kyle.
Okay, I don't think those two are going anywhere, so I would like to shredding rush down Big Betty.
Oh, no, please.
Why?
And,
I'm going to counter that.
because we can't have any witnesses.
We can't have any witnesses, to be fair.
Can we,
can't half-make
can
this.
we like,
Yeah. If we're doing
can we
this, there's
talk
no half
about it at
measures.
least? Can we just think about what we do?
I think it's past that now.
We should have talked about it before we knocked on the door.
If only the polar bear was wearing a mask, then no one would know.
Me and the Centaur Man are going to jump in the way.
Well, you've already failed to hold him back, so I'm not sure you get the
Oh.
chance now. Jake, you attempt to shredding rush, but as you're shredding rushing towards them, they seem to be getting further away. This house seemed small before, but it seems to be stretching out ahead of you, like it's long. And the more you run, the further away you get. Kyle, you notice at the door that everything outside, it seems to have gotten incredibly dark and misty very quickly. You can't see the other buildings outside the front door.
Oh no.
And what you see, Jay, as you're attempting to charge at Big Betty, who's well away from you now, along with Long Rod and Medium Fanny, the walls fall away around you, and you're in an area of darkness and fog, and a cold wind blowing through the air.
As in frustration, can I then just kill Alan with a finishing blow?
So yeah, Alan is still there, lying on the back of keep forgetting his name, Jeff Snatchit. But Jeff Snatchit's sort of frozen in place, and not just because of the ice. And as you attempt to swing at them, your hand passes through them like they're not there. This is very infuriating.
This is really annoying. I want to kill some
Well, should we slowly back away?
You back away, Mickey, and you bump
I'm
into
very
someone.
angry. I just keep hammering through Jeff with my war pick, hoping it'll work eventually.
Yeah, it still just passes through. You back away, Mickey, and you feel someone behind you, and you turn around, and you see a very tall, frightening, dark figure with a
Long Rod's back.
gaping mouth, tall, long black horns, black smoke pouring from his back, and long claws. He sort of looks at what he looks at what he's just seen and says, "Well, not bad. Even I'm impressed." And then you look to the right of this figure, and you see a floating next to him another large figure, a floating green floating green man, a sort of husky man,
Santa.
wearing a waistcoat, and he's got
It's
he has a
him.
big brown. He's green, but he has a big brown beard. And you recognise this to be some kind of genie. The genie has just a look of horror on their face, on his face, and he turns to the left and he says, "I think," "I think you were right about these guys." And then
Can
Go
me and Mickey?
you can
Yeah,
all see this.
Yeah, me and
I'm
Mickey.
sorry,
said-
yeah.
Can me and Mickey just make a point for the record that we were actually having a little bit of hesitation about all of this.
Apart from
And then
backing him up.
then you turn, Mickey, you turn to your right, to the genie's left, to see who he's talking to, and just sort of float with angelic wings floating on her back, with just a look of absolute horror on her face, is a huge angel, a huge armored angel,
Huge Fernley Witting
Just-
Store.
Mora.
looking on in horror.
Well, I didn't do anything. I'm in the home stretch.
You know, stretch to what? I don't think you're using that phrase correctly.
I'm going to go to River Cottage
I think you mean I'm in the clear.
and meet my idol. Is Hugh Fernley Whitney still from River Cottage there?
Mickey Cardamon just doesn't understand baseball. Or...
Oh, you've really knocked it out of the park.
Can me and Mickey inch a little bit further away from Major Ursa, please?
We do not support this
Yeah.
man's actions.
We do not approve of this message.
She at
Yeah, what's happening?
this point, the angel speaks and says, "Silence! You may not have played your part in this evil, but badness runs through your soul. I have seen your past, and you too shall see your past, and then eventually your future." And the tall dark figure with black smoke flowing from its back sort of does a sort of finger to the forehead salute gesture to go, "That'll be me. See you later," and sort of disappears in a cloud of smoke. And then the genie turns to the one on the left and goes, "I think this is going to be harder than we thought," before spinning around in a cloud of smoke and disappearing.
Oh no! I know what's happening now.
Have you just figured it out?
Yeah.
And the angel clasps her hands, and suddenly you're all chained to the floor in glowing golden angelic chains. And she points her sword at the four of you and says, "There is still time for you all to change."
The five of
for
us,
you to
because
repent.
Small Paul's still here as well.
Let's not tell them. They haven't seen that yet, so
He's being called.
For you to change your
Yeah, we might
ways.
as well get away
He's
with that
being
one.
called out for his racism.
Yeah, also, they need to change him from his racist ways.
Learn from small Paul as he attempts to better himself rather
Yeah,
than
attempts. He's not
to
gonna actually
sink
do it,
into
though.
greater and greater shames. Observe!
are we all
She
like
point-
laughing whilst like we are now enjoying what they're saying? Laughing at the thought that they don't know Small Paul is in the back.
The
Then just a vision starts up and it's like, doesn't seem to be here.
so the you see a fading into view a place you recognize somewhere where you all grew up, spent time when you were young. A small village in Western Northworld named
Supposed to Northern Westworld.
Oh, don't remind me.
a small village in Western Northworld called
Westwood.
Lancaster.
called Little Haven. Called Little Haven. And in the village of Little Haven, you all grew up at different rates, being of different species. But as you see, the time you see now, you see a crowd gathered on the road by the street as a man with long blonde hair, a beautiful chiseled jaw, and a genuine smile on his face stands in front of the crowd, shaking hands, saying thank you. People are offering money to him, but he shakes his hand and says, "No, I don't need that." And then you see suddenly that you see four young faces and 20 young legs. No, wait, that's too many. 10 young legs stood in front of him. A little gingerbread boy, a polar bear cubkin, a girl with horns, a tiefling child, and a centaur fawn.
Yeah, there's more legs than that, though, isn't there?
That's
There's
10.
12 legs.
No, there's not. There's 8 because you all have. Sorry, there's 10 because you all have 2 legs apart from Sam, who has 4.
What
Oh,
about the bear?
He's not an actual bear. He's like a bearkin.
Oh, like an otherkin.
What?
Just like a normal human, but he thinks he's a bear.
No. He's like a human,
I'm a
but
furry.
furry and with a bear's head.
So he just goes to like bear conventions and acts like a bear in front of his bear friends.
Have you
He's not
have
actually
you
a
been
bear.
imagining he is just a polar bear walking around?
I haven't been imagining
Yeah,
I've
that.
been
that's
thinking of him
what I was
as
thinking.
just a bear.
But this is
Oh,
this
right.
is good
You've been
clarification.
reading too much his Dark Materials. No, he's a bear man.
Ah.
But you recognise all yourselves. You're amazed to see yourselves like this, just smiling and full of joy, and throwing. Some of you see some of you even throwing flowers to the heroes, and you see this adventurer who you see standing in front, who you now remember. You haven't thought about this in so long, but this was a famous adventurer whose name was Oleander Lionheart. And he says, "Thank you, children. Thank you. And remember, a good deed a day makes despair go away."
I drew the hot gingerbread man.
I'll have to attach this to the podcast.
Is he naked?
He's a gingerbread man. But he's got his buttons, so no.
Well, he doesn't have genitals because that's not how gingerbread men reproduce.
How do they reproduce then?
They make a new one
Yeah, how?
when.
That's how
Well,
everything
when
reproduces.
the water meets the flour and a little bit of sugar comes in, 9 hours later, out of the oven,
I'm not a huge fan of Taylor Swift's new photo shoot.
the chains have disappeared, and you see that a gust of wind flies past with pieces of snow, and you feel those on your back, and you realise that it's real snow. This isn't just a vision. You're truly here. In the past.
Past.
Yes, did you think this was happening now?
I thought we were going to see Small Paul. Small Paul's not alive yet.
No, definitely not. This is
So we've lost our
this is
Sam.
what, 40 years ago?
We're in our 40s.
You're all yeah, I think you're all at least 40.
Small Paul's 40.
Oh, goodness.
I think Major Ursa might actually be the youngest. Who's 43? Yeah, Major Ursa is there with his claw thumb in his mouth, admiring all of this. He goes, "Yay!" after Oleander Lionheart says his thing about doing a good deed every day.
I'd like to take my war pick and try and kill small Major Ursa.
Are you sure?
Can I?
The angel says. The angel is confused now, and she's like, "Are you sure you want to do that? Are you sure you want to do that?" She says.
Can me and
Okay, what kind? So you're going to make an attack roll against small Major Ursa.
Blink away from his own existence. We're not going to stop
the
you,
rest
by
of
the
us
way.
help?
We tried stopping you before. We're not doing
that's
it
for the
again.
best.
We'll leave it for now. We'll leave it for now. The
Please go
rage
ahead.
is cooling.
We'll leave it for now.
I'm not going to stop you.
We might pick this back up later.
Yeah, we'll pick up this thread later.
Jake needs to go do something today on today, so he needs to end the campaign. For
Maybe if it gets too close to 5 o'clock, I'll kill my younger self.
Before you can do anything, though, you hear a horrible screech in the sky, a sort of lizardy screech, and you recall this is such a scary day, a seminal day in your youth, It was the day that the red dragon attacked the village of Little Haven. And Oleander...
Do we remember what we did on this day?
Yeah, and you see it unfold in front of you as all of you run into your respective houses to hide and stare out and then see some frightened faces stare out the window.
What does Oleander Lionheart do?
Well, in your memory, die, killing the dragon. And Oleander...
So maybe we're supposed to be brave and kill the dragon.
No, we're supposed to kill Oleander. That's what really happened.
That makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds,
that does make
right.
sense. All right, I want to draw my weapon.
So Oleander draws his own sword and he says, "It's a red dragon! Everyone get inside! You there!"
Well, he's midway through saying that, kind of slam Iron Fang through the back of his skull.
He sees the four of you. He doesn't seem to see the angel. But he says, "You four, you look able-bodied. Are you ready to help me fight this thing?"
Yeah, we'll help you fight this thing.
Yeah, I'll help you fight this thing.
Quick.
I can't speak for the others though.
Let's roll initiative first.
You've given Jake far too much combat prowess here.
I've got 13.
3. It's not a lot.
I got 9. Ignore that roll from me.
And Jake,
A nice even 20.
okay.
Are you gonna slam something into its face?
Okay. So we're entering initiative. The order is Jake, followed by Oleander Lionheart, followed by the dragon, Kyle, Sam, and Jordan. So Jake, what are you going to do?
This will really shape how the rest of this fight goes.
I mean, my war pick is definitely going through the back of Oleander's skull. It's just about when. Do we let him kill the dragon first, or?
I'm slightly worried that if we kill Oleander before we kill the dragon, it'll change the future so that the dragon ends up destroying the city.
Shouldn't Carl be above the dragon in the initiative order there, Jim?
Oops. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, shouldn't I be above the dragon?
Yeah, I'm going to pick up my war pick and go at the dragon.
Okay. So the dragon's just it's in the sky currently.
Oh.
So it's flying above, and you see it fly above the old bakery. You loved that place. It was run by a lovely gingerbread human couple who were very generous. They really fit the stereotype.
Wait, what?
But that was the day. But you remember that was the day that they burnt. And they were no use to anyone and they were no use to anyone after that. After they were burnt alive as the flame of the dragon's jet flame burns the bakery. Yeah. So the dragon's just flown over the bakery. It's currently in the sky.
Was
so
that
it
how?
hasn't burnt it yet?
No, sorry, it hasn't burnt it yet. You recall? Yeah.
Okay.
You recall?
Was that how Mickey was cooked into existence?
No, Mickey already existed. These were different gingerbread humans. There can be more than one gingerbread family. He's not the token gingerbread guy. So what would you like to do, Jake?
I mean, it's out of reach, so I can't really do anything at the moment. So I guess I'll pass it over to Oleander.
Okay, I think you can move your initiative, can't you? Oleander's going to pick up a spear with a golden chain that's attached to his back, and he wraps one end of the chain around his left hand, and he throws the spear at the dragon. And he doesn't need to roll because you know what happened in this point. He got the dragon square in the side of its left wing, and he grabs it and pulls hard. And he says, "Help me! Hold on! I can't pull this thing down on my own."
I can't hold on any longer. I'm too weak.
If we were to just leave him, maybe the dragon would just take him away.
And we don't want that, because then you'll not get a chance to get him in the back of the head.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Does anyone want to help Oleander? Assist Oleander in this strength check
I'll
to
help.
pull the
I'll
dragon
I'll
down?
help. I'll help as well.
I'll help too.
With the strength of Major Ursa there, and the other three too, there's no trouble pulling hard on the chain as the dragon comes down to crash land into the center
On top of all of all four of our younger versions.
And we fade
So-
away.
taking heavy damage. And Oleander says, "Yes! Thank you, heroes! Now, it's all up to us to defeat this dragon and save
it's not
your
done
village."
Alright.
So now Jake delayed his turn, so Jake can have his turn now. Oh, my
I'll,
throat is getting it's hurting from this.
I'll run up to the dragon and just try and bury my war pick in its eye.
Yep, make me an attack roll.
You like bury your war pick in
Yeah,
people's
like
faces,
13.
don't you?
I know. Yeah, 13.
It's prone, so roll again.
Oh, I get 2 attacks per action too. 18.
Yeah, that one hits. Roll for damage to
Okay.
get it. It's quite a young dragon. It's not as huge as they get.
Okay, so that does 12 piercing, 14 piercing damage, and 6 thunder damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go for the other eye with my second attack. That is a 23 or a 12 to hit, so 23 to hit.
Yep.
8 piercing damage plus 5 thunder damage, so 13 total.
You
So 33 total.
You slam down hard on its right eye and pull the hammer out with the eye still attached as it then pops off and dangles from the socket by a vein. And then, not relenting, you swing again at the other eye, and the eye bursts like a grape beneath a war pick, leaving the dragon blind and screeching in pain.
I'd like to eat the eye that's on the war pick.
You eat the eye. Regain 1 health. Don't think you've taken any damage yet.
No.
Gain 1 temporary health.
Yes.
Kyle,
One person has left health, and it's the fucking gingerbread man from when he slipped over.
what does Jacqueline Froust do?
So, I think I'm gonna cast Jim's Magic Missile.
Excuse me.
Real spell.
Yeah. So first is 13 to hit.
It's still prone, so roll again for advantage.
Do I roll each of them twice?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay. The second one was 12 to hit, so 13
Nope.
for my first one.
That doesn't hit.
All right. Spell 2. That's good. That's 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
20 to hit.
Definitely.
Last one. 23 to hit. 3 out of 4.
So how much damage?
So that's
This is going to be so slick in the edit.
5, 8,
It's going to be rolling. Yeah, I get this.
11.
Do the damage. It's this. And then you'll have me say, this will be so slick in the edit.
It's 11 force damage.
Okay. At what part of the dragon do you aim at?
Is his belly exposed?
No, that's flat on the ground.
Okay, just his neck then.
Okay. Pew pew pew, or rather pew pew. At the dragon's neck, you see the whole thing shake violently with every hit, Not bad. Now it's the dragon's turn. It turns to you, it turns to you, Jacqueline, the source of the damage. And it breathes a jet of flaming fire in your direction. Oh no, you think, before remembering that you are immune to fire damage because you're a tiefling, and tiefling P in my world. And you take no fire damage, although it has burnt most of your clothes down to your underwear, which is the only fire resistant part you're wearing.
Good thing I bought that fire resistant underwear.
Yeah, you were inspired by the time you saw a tiefling saw a tiefling not be made nude when she got set fire in your street. Well, then you think, hang on, I don't remember that happening, but now I do. What? This is confusing. But you don't have much time to think about that because you're patting the flames off of your underwear. And now it's Sam's turn. With Buck Rudo.
What's Buck Rudo gonna do? Can I use my shot? No, can I use my Glock 9, please? 19.
Yeah, are you going to use it with the charcoal bullet or a regular bullet?
Ooh, that's a good question. No, I think I'll use a regular bullet. Don't have any
Right
armor-piercing rounds.
Charcoal on a fire-breathing dragon. You don't have any armor-piercing rounds.
Can I use Skywrite, please? No. Okay, I'm going to. Can I? It doesn't. Both of its eyes have been taken out, right?
Yeah.
Taken out and put in my mouth.
Have the eye sockets like exposed like a weakness in the brain of the dragon?
I mean, there's a hole where the eye should be.
That goes through the skull, right? So, like, hypothetically, if I shot a bullet through there,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much the eye can be said to be armor for the brain.
well, no, it's not armor. It's less that it's a hole through the skull, and there won't be any scales there. So, can I shoot a bullet into the eye socket? Can I point my Glock 19 gun into the eye socket?
Yeah.
And shoot a regular bullet into it. So that's 13 damage.
The loud sound reverberates through the canyon that Little
It's a
Haven
Glock
is
19.
in.
It's not.
All turns quiet, and the dragon twitches on the floor but makes no sound. You can hear people squeaking in fear in the houses nearby.
Were they nice?
Someone is praying. You recognize the Baptist praying of Major Ursa's mother in her house. And then Oleander, who's still got his feet dug into the ground, holding the spear, pulling on the chain, waits for a moment and then loosens his grip. And he says, "My friends, wonderful! You have saved this village. I could not have done it without you. You four are heroes. Thank you for the help."
Did I kill a dragon in a D&D campaign by shooting it in the head with a Glock 19?
It didn't. I did all the work. I took so much damage in that fight, but I slipped over on the ice.
He turns to you, Mickey, and he says, "I'm sure you, friend, would have contributed much to the fight,
Oh yes,
given the strength of your companions."
absolutely. Do you have any? All right. What I want to do? Do I still see the past versions of us?
You can see their faces looking through the window.
I want to go over and run to the past version of Ursa, and I want to pick him up and hold my candy cane sword to him.
Well, there's a door. The door's locked. You could see him through the window.
I want to smash through the window.
Okay, make me a dexterity check to smash through the window and grab the cub.
Does this make you any better than what we did earlier?
To be fair, it's a more evil child he's threatening to kill. It's like baby Hitler.
5.
You you punch the window, but it's reinforced glass to stop the
We were a
cold.
rich family.
Stop stop the cold inside seeping out because it's kept at a nice cool temperature because they like it in there. You punch it, and the end of your hand just crumbles
Right,
to
okay.
crumbs.
Well, I want to keep up the threat. I want to say, if you kill him, then I'll cut off Pastu's leg.
If I kill who?
If you kill the what's his name?
Oleander Lionheart.
What do you reckon, Buck?
Me?
Jacqueline, what do you reckon? I reckon it's worth a leg.
technically, He only said if you kill him, then he'll.
Jacqueline, quick.
So I'm gonna cast Wall of Water or Wall of Snow. I'm just gonna close my eyes like in Sucker Punch, and begin the dance in my head. And I want to cast Wall of Water at Oleander.
Okay. What, to like trap him?
What does it not do? It does damage to him, doesn't it?
Maybe it does. I can't remember.
It says.
Oh yeah, if someone's in
It
it
says fire damage. I don't understand why it says fire damage.
on Wall of Water.
Yeah.
I don't think it does. Oh, fire damage is halved if it goes through the wall. That's why. And cold damage.
Oh, I see.
freezes
Okay.
The water. Well, you can just make snow or ice. That's you're so good at this. It doesn't do damage to anyone who's in it. It protects people inside, basically.
In that case, I'm not going to cast that, but I am going to cast Ice Knife. I'm going to try and summon an ice knife to shoot through Oleander's throat.
Okay, so you roll that d10 again. So that's 2 d10s. Then it explodes, so that's 2 d6s. Then an additional 2 d6s.
So 15 with the d8s and 15 with the d6s. So 30 overall.
It's certainly a critical hit. You summon an ice knife out into your hand, fling it, and then it embeds in Oleander's throat, and then starts to pulse as it then explodes, sending shards of ice up and down his face and down his chest, making streaks of blood across the snow that remains after the dragon's flame breath. Oleander is well and truly dead.
Right, can I cast Create Bonfire? Can I set the Bear Man's house on fire?
Hey, I didn't do that.
You didn't stop
Hey,
it.
you broke your promise.
You did say if he kills him. If he kills
Yeah.
Oleander, then you...
Okay, I'll set Jacqueline's house on fire.
Whoa!
You
why?
killed him! We were set back in time
She's
specifically
teething.
not to do that.
We were just making sure that time
Yeah, also,
didn't get changed.
My house won't burn, or my house might burn, but no one will take damage.
We were just making sure that we didn't alter time. You know, Oleander still
we wanted to
died.
keep the timeline. Oleander disappeared, so we needed to make him disappear.
Put the body in the dragon's mouth so it looks like the dragon ate him.
We could put him in the sack. Just saying.
No,
Too big
I
for
want to
that.
drag the drag the body into the jaws of the dragon.
Okay. You drag the body into the jaws. Oh, Jordan, are you still trying to burn one of the
Yeah,
houses
go on,
down?
fuck it, why not?
Which one? Your own.
No.
This will show him.
Whoever's house I'm closest to.
Well, you're closest
It's like a
to
random civilian
Major
NPC
Ursa's house because you were at the window.
Yeah, just create a small bonfire.
If you burn it, you'll get a war pick in the face.
I'm happy to risk that.
Yeah, you set this out. You set the. No, actually, well, It's very, very cold in there. So you create the bonfire and you look through the window, but it just goes out immediately.
Are they scared though?
You hear in that. Sorry, what did you say?
Are they scared though? Are they intimidated?
Well, it's vacuum
They're warm.
stop the cold getting out, so they can't hear what you said. They don't really know what you're doing. They saw you punch the window.
And your hand crumble away.
From the house next door, you can hear a voice that sounds familiar. It sounds like Buck's voice, but much sort of younger. Now it sounds grizzled and sad, but you hear a voice that now just sounds not grizzled and scared, as it says, "Come along now, Clip Clop. Let's get out of here. We don't want to be, we don't want to be here if that thing wakes up," says young Buck to Clip Clop. You remember Buck? Your son, Clip Clop. He's still alive. Buck is 65. He's older.
Oh
than
yes,
everyone else.
yes.
He was a father.
Because I remember my children.
Hey,
So Buck's house is next door, Mickey, and you can hear him trying to hide his child away from the danger outside.
Can I go into Buck's house and tell him, that bear who lives next door, I need you to kill him for me?
The end of the house, young Buck. Young Buck says, "What? What do you mean, little Ursa?
He's just done some very bad things.
He's 3."
Exactly.
What are you doing here? I appreciate you saving us.
By the way,
I want to just walk out.
all the book is staring at his face. I remembering this in real time as it's happening, and it's like his nose is bleeding, but like he's remembering it.
What's Mickey doing now?
Just walked out in the middle of his speech. Forget about it.
So,
Please, can you leave?
get out of my house. And he says, "I know that little Ursa's a good boy. I'm giving him," he whispers, "I'm giving him a great toy tomorrow for Crispmorn."
Oh, it's fucking hammer, isn't it? Something, isn't it?
It's like one of those, those toys where you hammer the blocks through the holes. It's like that. It's one of those.
Maybe you should give him a different toy.
Blocks into holes.
Maybe you should give him a fidget spinner.
A fidget spinner. That sounds like a good idea.
Yes.
I don't know what it means, but I'll think about that. Can you get it in cube form?
You can. In fact, I've seen one myself. I don't have it with me, but I've seen it.
Sounds like an incredible device.
Beach
But you have to make it out of garbage.
Wow. Well, you've given me a lot to think about. Go away.
People in this world really like the phrase "you've given me a lot to think about."
Has Ursa's
Very
weapon changed to a fidget cube?
Not yet. Are you guys fighting now? The angel appears behind you and says, "Are you done?"
Yep, pretty much. We fixed the timeline, don't we?
Do not. Oleander Lionheart was a true hero, the kind of hero that all 4 of you used to look up to. Did you see?
Yeah, and I just proved I'm better than him.
Did you see the look in your eyes? It was admiration. You loved Oleander. He is the reason you all wanted to be adventurers.
yeah, now we've killed him. We're great.
We're better adventurers than him, clearly.
The tool
Also, we need to make sure his death inspires us still to become adventurers.
Exactly. And who knows? If he stayed alive, in a few years he might say something vaguely racist on Twitter and get cancelled, and then
Yeah, exactly.
never become adventurers of our own.
Whereas now he can die and his racist thoughts are just to himself.
The tall dark demon materializes again and leans on the angel's shoulder, and he's like, "I told you this wasn't going to work. Keep trying, Balaton, but good luck with that. Let's see the next one." He claps his hands, and everything
Claps
changes.
his fingers. He's got massive beefy fingers that he can clap together.
Well, they are
He goes-
very long. They're very long claws. Maybe he could clap them together. But no, they clap, and suddenly you're in a new place. Not too far away though. You're watching. You're watching in a. It seems like the people in the room can't see you, but in a stable, there stands young Buck again, standing over. Well, not sort of kneeling over his son, Clip Clop, who's sort of lying on the floor, feeling looking very ill, and like he doesn't have long left for the world.
Wait, didn't he get killed by the dragon?
Oh, we've been brought here to put Clip Clop out of his misery.
And he says, "I'm so cold, Papa."
Can
And
I
young Buck says, "It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. You're a good boy."
can I cast a 20-foot cube of fire to warm him up, please?
That only works on tieflings.
Which means
You'll roast your son alive.
And yourself being a 20-foot cube. It will truly be a crispy Crispmorn.
I start rubbing my hands together and sparks start appearing. No, I'm just no. Can I start getting emotional and start like crying because
Yeah, they can't hear your crying at the moment. But, yeah. He says, "I would have liked to have seen another. I was looking forward to Crispmorn."
wait, I didn't catch that. Sorry, you're blubbering too.
He says, "I was looking forward to Crispmorn, Daddy." And but
No, you had to do that, didn't you?
young Buck says, "It'll be okay. You're gonna make it. You're a good boy. Not like those bad boys down the road. Not like that. Not like that bear boy."
Does young me just walk past clicking his fingers?
Clapping his claws. Just like hammering some pegs into a like a base. And then you see it's too late. Clip Clop's gone. There's no more Clip Clop.
Like dead.
Yeah, this is the day that Buck presumably never told you about, where he lost his son.
Oh, Buck, I didn't know about that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just
Was he tasty?
oh boy, yeah. No. I don't really want to talk about it, to be honest.
Can I shout, "Hey, Buck," to the past Buck?
What did you say?
Hey, Buck.
Oh, to the past
Yeah.
Buck. He looks around like he can hear a voice, but he doesn't know where it's coming from.
I'm a ghost now. It's me, Dad.
Who is that?
It's me, Clip Clop.
Hang on a minute, you look awfully lot like that gingerbread man who intruded into my house a couple of years ago.
You can only hear his voice at the
I
moment.
can only hear my voice.
You don't sound like Clip Clop. Who is this? What is this? Some kind of sick joke?
I've
Is this you,
got a
Arthur?
new.
Or
I've got a
you,
new. I've got a
Jacqueline?
new voice. I've ascended to heaven. We're having a lot of Christmas times.
Crispmorn.
Crispmorn. We're having Crispmorn dinner every day. I've never been happier.
That was quick.
You should come too.
Tell him Buck to kill himself.
Wait, hang on a minute.
Young,
Buck just starts to disappear.
young Buck goes to a he goes to a wardrobe, opens the doors, and then takes some false paneling off the back, opens this safe, and then pulls out
Oh, no, my
a Glock.
Glock. No.
And he says, I've had it with all the bad behaviour in this
Can I-
town. And he
I'm going to, as another disembodied voice, go, good, good. Now into your mouth.
Can I go? No,
And he-
no. Can I go? Book, no, don't do it.
Who's that?
It's your conscience.
He looks at the gun. Then he starts to point it towards
No,
himself.
no, no, no. I'm like, no, 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 no. Don't,
I'm going
no.
mad.
Okay, I'll shut up. I'll shut up. I'll shut up.
I'm coming
I'll
close.
shut up. I'll shut up.
All the voices stop.
That's right. Just pull, just squeeze slowly.
Can I tell him?
Fucking do it.
Can I tell him? It's us and Jacqueline. They're the problem.
Shut the fuck
You
up.
should go outside of your
Shut
house.
the fuck
Get rid
up.
of him once and for all.
Yes, you're right.
Shut
All those bad children.
That's right. Get rid of them.
Shut the fuck up.
Those two think that just because they're immune to the cold, they're immune to colds. I saw them walking around, sneezing around my poor son when he has a dicky
Okay,
heart. A gammy
Is
heart.
there any way I can physically interact with this time at all? Because I want to load the really crummy charcoal bullet into the gun before he fires it.
At this point, the angel says, you might want to take this one. Clicks her fingers with it suddenly because he's seen. Outside, you just see passing the window a little 6-year-old polar bear kid walking along whistling.
That's him.
He's
I remember that day.
he's smacking little blocks into the frame. It's his favourite toy, except he's drawn skulls on it now. But young Buck hasn't noticed this yet because he's just seen 4 people appear in his stable.
Do it.
No, don't do it.
Who are you? What? Hang on, I know. I know all of you. Who? What? Are you me? And he points at old Buck. That's my Glock.
You can see us now.
Yeah, the angel clicked her fingers.
Quick, hit him with your pick.
Take him out.
Is
Take him
anyone
out.
going to do anything? You
Shoot
can see
him, shoot
he's
him.
now raised his Glock and he's pointing it at. Well, he doesn't know who to point it at. He's angry at a polar bear right now, so he sees that polar bear and points his gun at it. Then he points it at. At Buck because he's suspicious about old Buck. Who are you? What are you doing here? Where did you come from? What have you done to my son?
I think it's time to.
We're angels. We're here to take you
Angel,
to heaven.
I think it's time to shredding rush.
you're going to shredding rush young Buck. Okay,
God.
we're stopping soon anyway.
Is this like a full wrap up or like a? Yeah, it's just a one shot, right?
Well, it was meant to
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
We can't end it.
I mean, okay.
Is the end just going to be Sam's character kills all of us, then kills himself, and we all just fade into not existing? That's the end.
Merry Christmas.
That's the Christmas special.
The first episode.
We're back. Just to... We don't need to recap. It's not been any time for you. Buck is now... Young Buck is now pointing his Glock at old Buck.
Shoot,
How did this happen?
shoot.
As the 4 of you stand in a stable, as young Buck stands over his poor son, Clip Clop. And outside, young Ursa whistles as he's smacking his skull-stickered blocks into place on his favourite toy.
I warned you about him. You should have took the initiative back then.
So Buck's pointing. He hasn't shot any of you yet, but he's pointing the pistol at old Buck.
I want to go outside.
He just leave.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, I'm
so
gonna
you
leave
push
too.
me to the edge
Yeah,
Oh.
I'll leave too.
of temporal suicide, and you're just gonna go now
Yeah, see ya.
to get me to talk myself down from the ledge.
So he says,
It seems like really you're the best person for the
Oh
job.
my god! But if I say anything, you're now convinced past me that if I say anything, that I'm mad. So
I want to turn to Passbuck and say, by the way, that guy's an imposter. He's not actually you. He's here to kill you and take your place.
He coughed in your son's mouth.
Can I have another go at biting a chunk out of Mickey Cardamom, please?
Yeah, Buck is currently pointing his Glock at you, though.
Oh right, okay, well, okay. Can I just tell him the truth and say, look, I can tell you something only I know. Prove that I'm you from the future.
Go on, then.
You have that mole on your taint.
Oh, I do. But I also...
I was hoping we were going to learn that this was a mole that grew after this point in time.
Yeah, after he spent too long in the sun. But, I mean...
The tape piece in the sun.
What
kind of pose would you have been doing for a prolonged amount of time to have taint sitting in the sun? Whilst
Taint has been out in the
Whilst
sun.
he's got an ice cube in his belly button.
He says, oh, yes, but... And then he sort of gestures to his bottom half, where you see, of course, he's not wearing any clothes on his bottom half.
Oh my god.
Centaurs normally don't. So it's like
I mean, Santos.
Centaurs, yeah. He says, that doesn't prove that you're me.
Well, yeah, well, okay, well, ask me a question that I can answer.
If anything, I'm the one it's hardest to see. I'm the one who finds it most difficult to see the mole on my taint.
Mold?
The mole.
The mole? The mole? Look, ask me a question that only I can answer.
You may know everything I'm going to do, but I know everything you're going to do.
Okay.
Strange, isn't it?
Where was I when I discovered that I had a mole on my taint?
Just then, when your future version told you that you have it there, and you heard it, and you were like, "Yeah, that sounds about right."
Joke's on you! I don't have a mole on my his hand right round. Like, what? You really are me. What are you doing here?
That's what convinces you, you're God. I think I'm here to have some kind of emotional retrospective because somewhere along the way, Buck, you lose your way, and hang on, somewhere along the way, you lose your way. Somewhere along.
He just shoots himself.
Somewhere along the way, you lose the final strength.
Somewhere along the way, you lose what makes you kind and generous and caring.
And can I say to him, somewhere along the way, those children playing outside become monsters.
You've left the fucking building.
Only Buck here.
I want to
now.
come back in.
No, you can't hear this conversation. You've left the stable. We'll come to you shortly.
Look, and some magical force has brought me back to have, alongside some other people, to have a good long look at ourselves and to have a real think about the spirit of Crispmorn and who we are really, who we were, who we should return to. Because the old versions of us were better. You're better.
Bang! Bang! Bang!
He shoots you in the face. You drop over dead. Sam, you now control young Buck.
Oh
What?
I will come back to this next time.
How do I stop this? So I'm now young Buck. So
yeah.
are you joking? Are you for real?
No.
If anything, I should have got an inspiration point for my speech. Okay, but instead
He got shot in the face.
It's dead.
Well, you gave Young Buck a key character moment, and now he's gained an inspiration point, and you are now Young Buck.
So it means I'm not going to stray from my path anymore.
Well, I don't. I think you've gone into a pretty
Killing
weird.
your older self is what you needed. Let the future die. Kill it if you have to.
Yeah, young Buck. You know, I mean, I don't know. You haven't really been turned away from believing that you should kill young Ursa.
What do I do? Well, can I go outside then? What?
Well, meanwhile, the other three have gone outside. Ursa's leading the way. You're
You
walking.
just had a gunshot from inside the building.
But before you hear the gunshot, you go outside. You see young 6-year-old Ursa playing with his block and hammer. At one point, he picks up a bug, puts it on top of the block, and then smashes the.
Not
Smashes
good.
it.
Not good. Do I see myself there?
Not a good sign.
He turns up and he says, "Hello."
Who's that?
It's young Ursa, and he sees Ursa and the others, and he says, "Hello."
You right?
Yeah, I'm just smashing bugs.
Oh, classic.
Get him! Get him!
Funk, funk.
I'm gonna be an adventurer when I grow up.
No, you're not.
Bang! Yeah, you don't have a gun, so Mickey can't.
Can I unsheath my candy cane sword?
Like, oh, cool sword, mister.
Can I say thanks?
So, what are you doing here? He sees a mouse, leaps forward, grabs it in his teeth, and puts it on the hammer, squishes it. They say you can't fit a square peg in a round hole, but if you hit it hard enough, you make the hole bigger.
That's a good lad.
What are you guys doing? It's Crispmorn Eve. Shouldn't you be, like, celebrating with your families or something?
Wait, it's Crispmorn Eve?
Yeah.
I'm late for work.
Don't need money. Don't need...
Wait, so wait,
No, I need a credit card.
Kyle and Jordan, you guys are being oddly,
Jumps onto the back of a wagon with a skateboard.
you guys are being oddly quiet, considering that last time this happened, you convinced the past version of a character to kill the older version of.
Can I go to the past? The past. What's his name? Bearman.
Well, hang on. Ursus responded to what Jake said. He said, "You're working on Christmas Day? On Crispmorn Day?" Sorry, we celebrate Christmas in my house too because we're Baptist. But that's not for another 5 days.
When you're an adventurer like me, every day's a work day.
You're an adventurer! Wow! So adventurers have to work on Crispmorn Day?
Only when you love what you do.
Oh. Yeah. I don't like working on Crispmorn, though. Maybe I'll become a mercenary instead and get a contract where that's not required. Bam! Another mouse.
Good idea.
So, yeah, Jordan, did you want to do something?
Can I crouch down to the small Ursa and say, point at the current Ursa and say, that man there is not an adventurer.
He's got a pretty cool...
He's right, I'm a mercenary. I'm not really working tomorrow because being a mercenary is great.
Oh,
You can choose your working hours.
can you? But what if you get commissioned to fight in a battle?
You can just turn down the contract
Ah,
if you don't
but
fancy
then
it.
won't you go poor?
Yes.
Nah, because you'll be so rich from all the other
Oh.
ones, you can turn down the odd couple.
I do like money. And then you hear a bang, for real this time, from in the stable. Ah, what was that? Oh!
That's what happens to... That's what we do to adventurers.
Then you hear a clop, as young Buck comes out, holding
Wait,
his
what?
block.
Covered
Where's
in
our
blood.
book?
Wait, didn't you kill yourself?
Howdy.
No, none of you guys know that.
It was just an illusion.
Is he not covered in blood?
Well, no, the last that we saw him, we left the
Oh, yeah.
barn when he was
Yeah,
pointing
yeah.
gun at himself.
Wait, where's the other book?
There was an illusion which I shot.
And then it's a loser, he died.
There is real blood on Buck's face.
There's just some
And
blood
a few
on
bits
it.
of brain, too.
Wait, did you shoot Buck?
They're illusions too.
The
They're also
illusion,
illusions.
yes.
No.
This one better than
But young,
expected.
young,
I turned to the ghost This is just what you wanted, right?
The angels just got a head in her hands. The demon is there with his elbow on her shoulder, just like, you didn't tell me this was gonna be so much fun, Balaton. I love it.
Yeah, well,
It is, to be fair.
And then the Ursa turns up to Buck and says, Mr. Buck, can Clip Clop come out and play yet?
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, is he well?
Clip Clop's dead.
No, you don't. No, you stay away from my. Oh yeah, but you don't do it because
Clip-Clop's
dead.
he died of a cold.
Oh no, but aren't colds very dangerous to Centaurs?
Exactly, yes. Don't see why he said but. You're agreeing with me.
Oh no, I'm only 6. I don't know how to process this.
Basically, you'll never see him again, apart from at the funeral.
Well, this is making it very hard for me to understand the true value of life. I hope this doesn't have implications for me for the rest of my life.
Kids
But I'm going to go home and have Crispmorn Eve dinner and open my advent calendar. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Start walking away.
Can I whisper to what's his name? To Buck. Now, do it now. Bang.
Do what?
Shoot.
Just having this conversation as young Ursa walks around the corner.
You watch young Ursa. You watch young Ursa walking away as the walls fall away and the mist and the darkness descends again. You hear a little voice from the sack saying, "My, this is turning into quite a Crispmorn adventure. I wish I could see what was happening outside."
Shut, small Paul.
And then the angel's there. And she says, "Right, there were some more things I wanted to show you. There was this time where people sang a song for you because you'd saved their town and you were such heroes. Except that I'm not sure that happened anymore. So we can't do that one. I was going to show you the time that you, Jacqueline, had a child and left it on the doorstep of its father. That still happened, but I feel like I don't need to send you a reminder about that child anymore because you did that yourself before we could get to you.
Good times.
I feel like I don't really need to remind you of how selfish and greedy and cruel you all are, as you've done that yourself. Hello, young buck. She says, "So I assume you must be very confused."
Yes, I'm raising my hand. Why am I here?
Buck. My name is Balaton. I'm an angel. Tonight I'm the angel of Crispmorn past, and you're a very bad man in the future. I mean, you're a very bad man right now. You just shot someone in the face.
Well, I was only acting off information
Oh, nice.
from these guys. Also, by the way, you have to remember, I didn't actually have any agency in my decision to shoot my future self in the face.
You had full agency. What are you talking about?
Don't you try to question free will or any attempt to redeem all of you is completely pointless. But long story short, I'm trying to redeem you all before you go to hell forever. And my 2 associates are trying to help. I was the angel of Christmas past. I'm not sure I really even care anymore. I think I might have done more bad than good. So Callisto the kind-hearted, it's up to you now. I'm out. The angel turns, flies away, just putting the middle finger to you all. Callisto the kind-hearted, the green genie from before, says, appears out of the smoke and says, "Right then, shall we go see what's happening down the road right now?" Oh God, we're doomed.